Danny Maher, and I work with the Century Group.
And so, Danny, you wouldn't have worked in the industry for a very long time, would you? How long have you worked?
Peter, I joined the industry as a AMP collector agent in 1977. So I've seen some changes.
So you've worked in the industry for almost 40 years?
Yes.
So what are some of the biggest changes you've seen in the industry from the advisor perspective, from working as an advisor?
We've gone from being a cottage industry into hopefully a profession, getting towards being a profession. So education has been a big thing. Client focus has been a big issue, and corporatising businesses. You know, we've moved from the office being the third bedroom at home into corporate offices, full infrastructure.
That's a good point. So looking at the life insurance sector in particular, has moving away from a tied agency system ultimately been something that you think has benefited the consumer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is that?
Probably because of choice. I mean, if you go back to the days that we had Occidental and Norwich and BMI and Aetna and all those companies, that was a start where we had the major tied companies versus the independents, and it was quite clear then, I think, that consumers buying insurance through independent advisors were getting better advice than those from tied agents.
Okay. So the industry's evolved and the consumer service propositions evolved with it?
And the consumers benefit from it.
Okay, very good. So going back before 1977, what were you doing before 1977, Danny?
I had a hotel in Yarrawonga.
When you say you had a hotel, what do you mean?
Well, I was the licensee of a hotel in Yarrawonga, which is on the border of Victoria and New South Wales.
Right, okay. So you've moved from one licensee system to another?
I did actually, yes.
Okay,
yeah.
So what was it like being a publican?
It was actually fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You seem to be the sort of person, the sort of personality that perhaps would have made you a very good publican.
I like to think so. I was the youngest publican in that area.
Okay.
I was one of the youngest licensees in that area, actually.
Okay.
But it taught me a lot. It taught me how to deal with people, how to throw drunks out, how to make a profit, and how to make sure that the people kept coming back.
Because I was going to ask what learnings you might have taken from being a publican into the financial advice sector in terms of dealing with
Peter,
people.
and it's something I suppose that this industry, or this profession, needs to concentrate on, and that is human relationships and the development. And the AFA has been central in being at the forefront of offering that program, because we can all do the technical training and be compliant in those areas, but the skill to actually liaise with people and have empathy with people is something that's taught.
Okay.
It's not innate. So this is an environment through the AFA where you can get that experience from others.
Okay, so talking about evolution, what do you see then for the future? What changes do you see, or what is your outlook for the future of financial advice?
If I look at a financial planning practice going forward, I see a holistic business that's well skilled, well resourced, is using technology as a back office process, and is very close to his client base. It has a smaller number of clients to look after, and building those clients into becoming advocates for them. So, if you look at the underinsurance issue in Australia, I think it's going to get worse because we're going to have less advisors looking after a less number of clients, rather than more advisors looking after a greater number of clients. So that's an issue that this profession is going to have to come to grips with.
Oh, okay, so looking at yourself, what does retirement mean for you, given the fact that you're probably closer to the end of your career than the beginning?
Thanks very much.
What does retirement, don't mention it, what does retirement look like for you? Does it mean just stopping work, or is it something else?
Don't mention the war. Well, I haven't considered retirement, to tell you the truth.
Why is that?
Because I enjoy what I do. I love this profession, and I want to stay in it and contribute into it as much as I possibly can for as long as I can.
All right, well that sounds pretty great, Danny. We're asking a lot of people about their bucket list. Have you got one? If so, what's on it?
No, I don't believe in a bucket list, mate. I do what I want to do when I want to do it, and this industry's allowed me to do that, and hopefully I'll be able to continue to keep doing that.
Danny, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Peter.